YouTube, one of my favorite decks ever, which is Crystron's, received a big boost through two new cards, Crystron Impact and Thystvern. This video is sponsored by Gods Unchained, a new online trading card game. Every penny you put into Gods Unchained is not lost forever like with other trading card games. When you're bored with the game, you could sell your collection and possibly even make a profit. Don't be a fool! Make sure to click my link in the description down below to download the game and start playing now. Before you freak out about there being Undyne in this deck, you do not have to play Undyne. If you use the Duel Links Meta website, you could see that Metal Overdrive did very well without using Undyne. You don't need it. So we could click here. Here's another version using Undyne. So you will need Undyne for this. But for my version, I'm using Undyne. You can also use Toon Morph Normal. There are so many ways to play Crystron's. Let's focus on my way. And if you like this video, I'll make more ways to play Crystron's. So what are the brand new cards and what makes them good? Crystron Impact has a big impact on Crystron. That's why I'm playing 3. I love it. It's got 2 effects. When you set it and you flip it, you could special summon a Crystron that is banished in attack or defense, and it's not once per turn, and it has the special ability. It's so extra, you wouldn't even believe it. Type in Cocytus. Cocytus goes to 0 defense. If they got triple Cocytus on the field and you activate Impact, they all go to 0 defense, swing right over them. Also Dark Lords. Multiple monsters in defense, Ygopro, 2900 booty, put it to 0. That's what Impact does. So I love having multiple impacts. The great way to search Impact is Smyger in the graveyard, banish itself, add Impact. And then you could set Impact, summon Smyger, put any monster to defense, 0. Now let's talk about the other card, Thystvern or Thystvern. This card is just like Smyger. It's a level 3 that could destroy itself or another face-up card you control to summon a tuner from the deck, which will be your Citri. But let's talk about that in a second. Thystvern's second effect, which makes him different than Smyger, is, while in the graveyard, add any Crystron monster from your deck to your hand. So Smyger, add a trap. Thystvern, add any monster. Now, this doesn't really make your turn 1 too much more consistent. It could make summoning Quarion more consistent, because usually I'm going to use Thystvern to add a Parasite Turtle. Or if Thystvern's on the graveyard for some reason and you don't have a Sulfonier, which is going to be very rare, you could add a Sulfonier with it. And maybe you have a Sulfonier in the graveyard and no Crystron in your hand. Your Thystvern could add a Crystron to discard with your Sulfonier. So we'll talk about Sulfonier next. So it's like a mid-game card. It makes the mid-game more consistent and maybe makes a turn 1 Quarion more consistent. We'll talk about Quarion too. Sulfonier is the key core card of the deck. It gets things going. From the hand or grave, discard a Crystron, summon it, then destroy itself, then summon any Crystron from the deck. I want you to have a mindset here. The mindset for turn 1 is number 1, how do I get access to Sulfonier? Well, we're playing 9. 1, 2, 3, then 3 Undyne and 3 Scrap Recycler. On the summon of Undyne and Scrap Recycler, you could send a Sulfonier from your deck to the graveyard, then you could summon it and get your combo. What are you comboing into? It's your first turn, you want to focus on this. You summon Sulfonier to then summon a Smyger or a Thystvern in this deck. In other decks, you could likely summon a Rosenix, then destroy your Scrap Recycler or Undyne. That would be good for that deck. But for this deck, Thystvern or Smyger, then Thystvern or Smyger, destroy themselves or destroy the Scrap Recycler or the Undyne. Then summon Citri. Then on your opponent's turn, Citri can activate during the battle or the main phase to summon Amatrix, which will put all their monsters into defense position. Quarion on summon, banish 3 monsters from the grave and or field on your opponent's side. Now the best way to summon this, it is 2 tuners and a non-tuner. It's very different than other synchros. Usually it requires 1 tuner and a bunch of non-tuners. This is 2 tuners and a non-tuner. So after you make Amatrix on your opponent's turn, what you're going to want to usually do is use Sulfonier to dig, to special summon a Rosenix Smyger, or a Fistvern. Use any of those to destroy your own Amatrix. That will then summon a tuner from the deck, a Citri or a Rion. Then when Amatrix is destroyed, hopefully in the graveyard you have another tuner, or you have a Fistvern or a Turtle or a Smyger, which could then destroy itself to summon your second and final tuner. So Rion plus your Fistvern or Smyger, that equals Quarion. Now, if you do it with your Rosenix, you're going to need a 2, which is Citri, a 3, which is Rion, and then Rosenix itself. Now, you could also normal summon your Gen X controller. This without normal summoning, but if you want to normal summon, you can normal summon controller. Usually save your normal summon for last. Because if you can make Quarion without normal summoning, you wipe the field, then you normal summon a controller alongside your Quarion. Lethal! And that's basically the deck besides the focus on Citadel Whale to grind out back row. You have Quarion, deals with the monsters, and then Whale deals with the back row indirectly. It doesn't actually deal with the back row, it just makes it so back row can't deal with you. Why? If you have 2 water monsters on the field, you tribute for the Whale to then search for Sea Stealth Attack. Sea Stealth Attack only works when you have Umi on the field. It makes all your waters that are level 5 or higher unstoppable. You could banish any water you control, comes back in the end phase to protect your Sea Stealth Attack and Umi from being destroyed. Also, if you battle with any monster, it gets destroyed at the start of the damage step, including face down. So if they drowning, you could banish to protect. If they have a big monster, SSA will destroy it at the start of the damage step. Now, the Umi doubles up as another great benefit, and that is you could destroy Umi with your Smyger or Fistvern to summon a monster from the deck. So for example, let's say somehow turn 1 you opened up Whale and a Fistvern, and that's it. You have no other cards in your hand. You summon Fistvern, destroy your Umi, summon any other tuner from the deck, tribute both for the Whale right away. Now, 1 Whale, how could this even be consistent? Undyne could send Whale. So that's like 4 Whales in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Send the Whale, summon the Whale from the grave. It's very easy to summon the Whale. And that's pretty much the deck. That's the greatness. Amatrix, stall. Quarion, deal with the monsters. Whale, deal with the back row. Pay attention to the gameplay. Big brain deck. Love it. You'll love it. Fools! Mythic depth starting with Umi on the field. Our opponent's going to go first. Ooh. Do we have a Cocytus? I think so. How do you deal with the Cocytus? I'll show you exactly how to deal with that Cocytus. Cocytus can't be targeted nor destroyed by card effects. 2900 defense can boost up to 2800 attack or 3900 defense. We're going to summon Undyne. Undyne will send any water from the deck to the graveyard. You do want to focus on sending Sulfaneer. Sulfaneer will discard a Crystron to summon, destroy itself, then summon a Crystron from the deck. That's the brand new one. Fistvern. It's just like Smyger. It's level 3. Destroy a card in the field to special summon a tuner from the deck. Destroy the field spell. Come forth. Citri. The Whale. Summon the Whale by tributing 2 waters to summon it onto the field. On summon, search your deck for Sea Stealth Attack. Sea Stealth Attack is crazy. Sea Stealth Attack will destroy any monster you battle with at the start of the damage step. It also plays the Umi from the graveyard, which enables it to destroy any card in the field. Also banish your cards off the field to come back in the end phase, just like a Clash. Now, also, the Whale can negate any card that targets. Now, the problem with Sea Stealth Attack right here is it does not deal with the Cocytus. Flip up the SSA in the draw phase. Come forth, Umi. Invoker, add invocation. Invocate. Using my Sulfaneer. My Sulfaneer is gone. Okay. Now we're screwed. How do you deal with Cocytus? Double the Cocytus. Swings into Citri. We're going to summon. Come forth. Amatrix. Amatrix will put all special summon monsters on the field to defense. Well, Cocytus is already in defense. It can attack while in defense. He could boost it up to 28, probably 38. He attacks the Whale. We banish off the Whale. The Whale comes back in the end phase. the new card, Crystron Impact. Love this card so much. You could special summon any Crystron monster in attack or defense. It is not once per turn. And then, get ready. 0 defense, double Cockatoo. It puts all monsters on the field that your opponent controls. Their defense goes to 0. 0 defense, Cockatoo. Wipe it. Take it out. Wail to the face. Scoop it. Yes. Mythic Depths. Let's do it. We're going first. We're going to discard a Citry to summon Sulfaneer, which will summon a monster from the deck. We're going to summon the Purple Boy. Purple Boy, pop himself, summon a Citry. Cannon, discard, add an Edge. He's going to be attacking directly. He's also going to get boosted to 2400 attack. Well, actually, he's reduced thanks to the Umi. Now, attacking onto the Citry, we're going to Fusion, Shokan, Ritual, Synchro on your opponent's turn for an Amatrix. Fusion, Ritual, Synchro, Shokan. Amatrix is here. He goes to the face for 1100 damage. We take it. We take it. Sulfaneer, discard, destroy itself to summon the Purple Boy. Now, you want to focus on Quarion with this deck always. How do you summon Quarion with this? Well, focus. Quarion is 2 tuners and a non-tuner. It's not a non-tuner, tuner. It is tuner, non-tuner, level 9. So focus. We're going to destroy the field spell, summon a Rion. We're going to wail. It looks like we don't go for the Quarion here. Whale, search for SSA. Attack. Sends Dkayed. All right, he's going to draw a card. Cosmic Cycle in the end phase. Goodbye to our SSA. Now, I'm afraid of Despacito. So we wanted him to not be able to attack directly for a big enough attack. So we took out the cannon. He does get to draw a card. This is getting crazy. We could lose to a Despacito. Let's not lose to Despacito. Switcheroo, shuffle card, add back a new one. Suicides to summon Despacito. Despacito, flip 3 coins. Double heads, double pop, wipe our field. Wipe it. Now, Amatrix, when destroyed, will summon a Crystron from the grave. Last Spider going to pop for half of the highest attack we have that was sent to the grave. Burn for 1250 was from the Whale. Attacking a Citry. Synchro Shokan, come forth. Amatrix number 2. Amatrix put the Despacito into defense. Shokan! Put the Despacito into D. Sulfaneer, come forth, destroy, summon. Now this is where we're gonna go for Quarion. Usually, when you go Sulfaneer into any monster from the deck, if you go into Rosenix, Smyger, or Thistvern, and you have an Amatrix on the field, you're going to destroy your Amatrix, then Amatrix will summon a tuner from the graveyard, and by destroying your Amatrix, you're going to summon a tuner from the deck. So with Rosenix, what do we want to do here? We want to summon a level 2 tuner and a level 3 tuner. 2 + 3 + 4 equals level 9 Quarion. Let's do it. Pop it, summon a 3, then summon a 2 from the graveyard. This is Quarion! Yes! Quarion banished 3 monsters on the field and or in the graveyard. Banish! Thistvern, search the deck for any Crystron. Scoops it! Yes! Super Team Buddy Force, we'll look into that card more in the future. Keeper of Dragon Magic on summon, discard, add a Neos Fusion. Neos Fusion, use your deck to help assist in a Fusion Shokan. This card is probably pre-banless, the deck we're playing against, where you can only play 2 post-banless. Smyger, destroy itself, summon a Citry. The main core of this deck is Citry. If you do not have access to Sulfaneer, number 1, you want to ask yourself, how can we get Sulfaneer? Our Undyne, our Scrap Recycler, and Sulfaneer itself is Sulfaneer. That's 9 cards. Otherwise, with our Thistvern and our Smyger, we want to just go for Citry so we could summon Amatrix on their turn. Magicalized Fusion! He's going nuts. He's going balls deep. Dark Cavalry negates any card that targets. Goes in, also has pierce damage. Come forth. Synchro Shokan on your opponent's turn with the Citry, using your graveyard to summon Amatrix. Amatrix does not target. Put the Dark Cavalry into defense. Summon. Activate. Crystron Impact. Shokan. Now, Crystron Impact puts the monster's defense to 0. Also, it's not once per turn. You could use it multiple times. We have another face down. Dolphin. Smyger, banish, add. Crystron Impact. Attack. Attack. Protected. We are well protected. He is so screwed. Power of the Guardian. Okay, we let it go through. Activate, summon a monster from the grave. We're going to summon Rihan. The trap just adds so much defense and aggression to the deck. I love it. I love it at 3. I tried it at 1, 3, 3, 3. Smyger, pop, summon. Come forth. Quarion. Quarion, banish. 1, 2, 3. We have a 3-tuner, a 3-tuner, and a 3 non-tuner. 3, 3, 3, 9, Banish. No Bacon Saver. Normal summon Undyne. Just like that. Special summon. Summon Citadel Whale. SSA. Lethal. All right, turn 1. Undyne, send the Sulfaneer. Go straight for that Sulfaneer. How do we go for Sulfaneer? Just think about that. Summon Sulfaneer. Sulfaneer, pop itself. Come forth. Smyger. Now, I like to focus on Smyger if I see Neos Fusion. If I think we're playing against Cocytus, we want Smyger to search for the trap that puts the monsters to 0 defense, which is Crystron Impact. Otherwise, a Thistvern could potentially be better because while in the game, Thistvern could search your deck for any Crystron monster. But that does not do so well against Cocytus. Keeper of Dragon Magic, going to discard, add a Neos Fusion. Neos Fuse with a Bacon Saver in the grave. You can negate an attack. We're going to Citry, summon Amatrix, put that Neos into defense. Not today. And we're using the Undyne. So we still have the Smyger on the field. It's very good when you open up Undyne or Scrap Recycler because you do not have to use your Smyger nor Thistvern as part of the Synchro, which banishes the monster. So that gives us the ability to banish the Smyger, add a Crystron Impact, which summons a monster that is banished. Thistvern in the grave, banish, add Turtle. Sulfaneer, discard Turtle, destroy itself, summon Rosenix. Summon, destroy, level 2. This is Quarion. Quarion, come forth. Banish, banish, banish. He's got Bacon Saver. He can negate our attack. How do we have lethal? Oh, we got lethal. Banish, Banish, Turtle, come forth. Lethal, just like that. How are you going to deal with this deck? You don't. You got a Cocytus, we'll put it to 0 defense with the impact. Sulfaneer, discard, special, pop. We got the impact right away. Right away we got the impact. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Set it. Oh, we got the Cocytus. Now, what's really annoying against Invoker, even though we have the trap, is they're using our Sulfaneer to summon Cocytus. They're using our Sulfaneer. It's okay. It's going to add back Invoker. Invoke. Attack. We're going to summon Amatrix. Now they're banished. Banished. Very nice, very nice. The great thing about Smyger is even without a Citry is you could Smyger from the grave, banish, add the trap, set the trap could summon Smyger. Takes out the Amatrix, the Mad Lad. We're going to summon a Turtle onto the field. Turtle, destroy the field spell, summon Rihan. Shokan into... What the Mad Lad are we doing? Are we out of our mind? I think we're going for lethal. We make an Amatrix. Usually you don't make aggressive plays like this. Crystron Impact, summon Sulfaneer that he banished. Put the Cocytus to 0. Attack with the Controller. Discards Invoker. Boost to 1000. Take out the Cocytus. Lethal. Yes! Duel. Card of Consonants, discard Ancients. Ancients summon a Blue Eyes in the end phase, but a Dragon Spirit of White, banishing our Umi. Our SSA is useless without Umi. Scrap Recycler off the top, discard Sulfaneer. Sulfaneer, discard, special summon, destroy itself, summon a Thistvern. Thistvern, destroy, come forth, Citry. Smyger, add the trap. Nice. Dragon's Herd of White, summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Protect, protect, protect. Alternative evolution. Through an alternative lifestyle, alternative dragon's going to destroy a monster we control. We're going to chain summon Amatrix before he destroys us. No destroy. Not today. Very nice, very nice. Amatrix is here. Amatrix put the alternative into defense. He normal summons a White Stone. Come forth. He is not done. Not done. This guy's going all in. I love it. Kaiba, don't hold back. Vermilion. Add a Blue Eyes White Dragon. With Ancients in the grave, he could add back alternative lifestyle dragon, then resummon it. Banish, destroy, impact, summon, because he was going to destroy it, summon a Smiger. Add alternative. Reveal Blue Eyes, resummon alternative, destroy another monster we control. If we were not Crystrons, we would have been screwed. He's destroyed like 3 cards. Nuts. Take out our monster, pass, back to us. This Vern, add Turtle. We're thinking, you think what I'm thinking? We're thinking Quarion. We're thinking Quarion. Come forth, Sulfoneer, summon Rosenix. Rosenix, destroy the Amatrix. We have not normal summoned yet. Come forth, Amatrix summoning a Smiger. Now, Smiger could turn into any tuner we want by destroying itself. We could also destroy the Rosenix, but that wouldn't be good because we have a level 2 tuner on the field. We need a level 3 tuner. Smiger, destroy, come forth. Level 3 tuner. 1, 2, 3. Quarion. Yes. Banish 3 cards on the field. Banish, Banish, Banish. Out. Banish the turtle. Summon. Summon. Lethal. Now, I was not playing Insectron in that duel, but with Insectron, we could win even through a Sphere Kribo by making Insectron, then flipping up Impact to summon a Thist Vern, which is banished 1500. Lethal! Back to Fortnite, Kaiba!